How's it going, YouTube? Got FourthStarTCG here, and today I have another PSA return video for you. I've been doing a lot of these. I am so happy to finally be doing them. This is the second submission that I did for the $18 special, the July $18 value special. This special submission, this had cards from the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era up through Modern. So I'll link the submission video in the iCards if you want to go watch that. I'll also link the 95 card submission that I did for sort of the WotC era up through the Diamond and Pearl era. So I am really excited about this. This submission is about 66 cards, so it's a little less than the last submission, which was, as I mentioned, almost 100. But really excited to crack into this. And yeah, I have a ton of awesome cards. And yeah, this is just fantastic. So the last couple PSA submissions I've done, they've been out of order in the returns. I just looked in the boxes a little bit to figure out where I think the general order is, but they're kind of all over the place. So we're just going to go through it, and hopefully, you know, for stuff like this with the legend pieces that I am starting the submission off with, they're at least in a good enough order that I can show off the legends together. But first off, first card, I got the Ho-Oh Legend Bottom, which scored a Gem Mint 10. Really nice. These legend cards are always hard to grade and put together and show off. Any card that has multiple pieces is just very challenging as a graded card collector. Yeah, and it looks like these legends are going to be a little mixed up. Here's the bottom half of the Darkrai and Cresselia legend. This one got a near mint 7. I'm not really sure why. It looked pretty... Oh, I can see right there a little dent, probably a binder dent or something. So, yep, 7 on that one. We'll take it. We got a Gem Mint 10 on the bottom half of the Palkia and Dialga legend, which that's always really nice. And here's the top half of the Darkrai and Cresselia, so you can kind of see how everything comes together there. Again, with the PSA cases, it's a little annoying. These legend cards also very challenging for graded collectors because, yeah, like, what are you gonna do? Put a 10 and a 7 and they're together, and it's not ideal. But oh well, that's just how things roll sometimes. Here's a really cool card. Yeah, so they're just all over the place. Cracking into the black and white era here with Darkrai EX from Dark Rush, Gem Mint 10. What an incredible card. I did get upcharged on a few cards in the submission, this Darkrai being one of them. I think I got upcharged to the $30 tier for this Darkrai, which, you know, fair. This is well above the $200 limit. So really love this card. I do already have it in a 10, but always happy to get a duplicate. Here's another black and white amazing card here, Meloetta EX from Shiny Collection. Shiny Collection is really hard to find and really challenging to get in great condition, but I was lucky enough to grab this Meloetta. I am going after all EX full art cards in Japanese in PSA 10. They're all set-based EX full arts, you know. Little caveats there just so people know, why don't you have the Lottery Rayquaza and Giratina in a 10? Well, it's because I don't have, what did they go for, like 12 grand? I don't know. Well, I do have them, I just have them in PSA 7. But so Meloetta EX here in PSA 10, really happy about that. That adds to the collection, which is always amazing. Back into the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era here, you know, just kind of crazy. Here's this like 430, 402. We're jumping all over the place with the certs here. I could go through and reorder them, but, you know, I just hope PSA would do that when they ship the cards back to me. But Tyranitar from Reviving Legends, really nice. Prime, love this, Gem Mint 10. I really do not grade a lot of primes or collect a lot from the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era, but here's a huge one. kicking off this submission in the first box with just some amazing stuff. Mew EX from Shiny Collection, Gem Mint 10. This is incredible. I was upcharged on this card again. This one went to the $50 tier. I don't know where they got that price from because some had not sold in a while. I think the last one that sold was even still like, you know, probably a $300, $400 card when it last sold. So well above the 200 tier. But yeah, I was upcharged to 50 bucks on this. Fair, I think one sold on Yahoo for, I want to say about $1,400. So this is a really big card, and I'm really happy to grade it myself in a 10 and not have to buy it for my collection. So yeah, it's amazing Mew, so happy. This is probably one of the biggest cards from this submission, so really happy about that. All right, next up, Entei and Raikou Legend bottom, mint 9. These Legend pieces as a whole did not grade as well as I was expecting. I got them in a full set, and the set looked really nice. I just, you know, the backs are clean on these. Maybe I'll just resub them at some point. The hollow is very prone to scratching, so maybe that's what caused some of these low grades. Here's an amazing card, Raikou EX Gem Mint 10. So happy about this. I needed this for my collection. I had a Raikou in the past as one of the first cards I PSA graded ever, but I did end up selling it. And yeah, really happy to reclaim this Raikou. So amazing. Just what a beautiful card. The texture on these Japanese full arts is incredible. I got a really good light here, which shows it off, and it's just next level. So great. All right, another Legend piece here. We got the Suicune and Raikou and Suicune Legend bottom, another 9 on that. So I was hoping for some more 10s on these cards, but again, you win some, you lose some. Speaking of winning, the Ho-Oh Legend top. So if you remember from the first card, we did get the Ho-Oh Legend bottom. So we do have a full Ho-Oh in a 10, so that is awesome. And yeah, we're really this is like one of the first cards versus one of the last cards, so bumping around now to a special art, Galarian Articuno. It's kind of interesting because I never know what's going to come up next. Gem Mint 10. I do know the grades on all these cards, but this is the first time I'm seeing them encapsulated. I have not opened them up before showing them off on this video. So I figure in that way you still get a little bit of like the first reaction of seeing the card graded. But this is so amazing. I love these special arts. I graded a ton of them in this sub. They're way more expensive now than they were when I was buying them, which is crazy. You know, cards going up in value over the first like year and a half of being released is pretty much unheard of for anyone who's been in Pokemon since, you know, the really since any time, I want to say, after the original boom. But that's what's happening with Modern. Very interesting right now. Galarian Articuno, again, the texture is mind-blowing. So good on this card. Continuing on, we got the Suicune from the Legend Perfect set, mint 9. Yeah, a lot of the Legend era, just in general, did not grade as highly as I was hoping. Again, that's just how things roll sometimes. No need to get overly annoyed about it. But you know, this Suicune, that back is super clean. Can't really see anything wrong with this card. And we got the 9. Did get the 10 on this Entei, which is awesome, from the Legend Perfect set. So these are shiny promos, shiny Entei. These are often mistaken for the lottery promos. All right, next up, really excited about this card. The Gardevoir from Dark Rush got a PSA 8. I was hoping for something a little higher. Like, as you can see on the back, there really isn't much here. There's not any kind of discernible wear on this card that would kind of bring it down to an 8 level. Yeah, just like, this might be a candidate for resubmission if I still can't find anything looking it over. I thought this would at least get a 9. The centering is off, but I don't think it's like 8 level centering. As we saw in my previous submission video, the red-green gift set Zapdos with horrible centering still got a 9. Another Dark Rush Raikou, incredible, love to see it. Really happy with that. Gem Mint 10. Yeah, really happy to just knock out some of these huge black-white full arts in this submission. Yeah, I had a lot of them previously, but did end up selling them for, you know, really what was nothing money at the time, which is kind of sad. But we're going back through it. We are trying our best to reclaim Near Mint to Mint 8 on the Suicune and Entei Legend bottom. Again, as I mentioned, Legendary not grading as well as I hoped. Here is another amazing special art. Really excited about this. Espeon and Deoxys GX from Tag Team All-Stars. So nice. Again, texture incredible. Beautiful, beautiful artwork there. Love these special arts. The only thing is just it's hard for me to buy special arts with the prices these days. When you can buy, like, yeah, when Eevee Heroes first came out, I was like, okay, do I buy Eevee Hero special arts or do I buy Near Mint Gold Star cards? And to me, the answer was I'm gonna buy Near Mint Gold Star cards. And I did great. I got like several awesome grades on Gold Star cards because I didn't buy any Eevee Hero special arts, and I went for Gold Stars instead. You know, so in like modern special arts are $300 with the Giratina, with a lot of other stuff, even more with the, you know, Umbreon 2000. It's just like, man, I cannot bring myself to spend that amount of money on modern cards, even when they are just incredibly beautiful, some of the greatest Pokemon cards ever produced. Can't bring myself to do it. So Lugia EX from Plasmagale, full art. A little disappointed in this, coming back with the Mint 9. I was hopeful for a 10, but I do know that on these, on this Lugia, there was just a little bit of wear. So I can understand the 9 if someone sees that and just says, you know what, we're knocking that card down. I might resubmit this Lugia at some point. You know, sometimes you do have to play the PSA roulette game. You know, I think submitting a card once or twice to PSA is kind of accepted practice at this point. You know, there's the joke that PSA stands for please submit again. Personally, my favorite wrong PSA acronym is perpetually slow authenticators. Not the case anymore on this submission, as we show off this Altaria Ultra Rare, grade of Mint 9. I think this was a pretty fair grade. It had some wear in a edge or corner or something. Yeah, maybe along the top there. Not 100% sure, but I do remember this card having some wear, and you know, I'm fine with the 9 on that. Another awesome card, another awesome black-white full art, Giratina EX PSA 10, amazing. I've been after this card for a while, and thankfully now I have it in a PSA 10. Need this card for the collection, so that is amazing. But as I was saying, you know, the joke being PSA is very slow, that has not been the case recently. There's another 10 Ho-Oh. We did already see this card, so I won't spend too much time on it. This submission, this $18 value submission was about 2 months end to end from PSA receiving to PSA shipping, which is really pretty good. You know, it got through faster than my $30 value submission. I know a lot of people are still waiting on their $18 subs, but I think if you got them in early, you're starting to get them back, which is pretty crazy. Another 10 Ho-Oh bottom, so we got, yeah, like these Ho-Ohs, these were the first cards I sent off, and they're just jumbled all over the place. A little annoying, but we got 2 full 10 Ho-Oh sets, which is nice. That's always fun to have. Another 9 on the Lugia full art, sent off 2, was hoping for at least 110. Again, these are not bad cards. Like you can see, there's not much on the back of these. Certainly might be worth sending off again if I can safely crack it, but centering might have been an issue on this, maybe just a little bit off. But yeah, that Lugia, I really don't know if I'm going to be affording any more mint copies to grade. Rayquaza and Deoxys Legend top, mint 9. These legend cards, I love them. Again, I just wish the era graded a little better for me. Mint 9 on the Mewtwo EX. I was expecting this. There is just, I don't even know if I can find it. Yeah, I do know there's the slightest issue on this Mewtwo, like a back ding or something, slight kind of indentation, or more like a scratch than an indent. But 9, acceptable card, acceptable grade for this card. I do remember knowing that there was something up with this Mewtwo. Still need the Mewtwo in a 10. I think I've submitted a couple copies now and they've all got 9. It's just a little annoying, but we'll see. Hopefully at some point in the future we'll be able to grab that in a 10. Really happy about this. White Kyurem EX Gem Mint 10. Really, really nice. Love this card. And yeah, definitely this one was needed for the collection. Been a challenge to acquire a white Kyurem in a 10 for a while. Similar story with the black Kyurem Gem Mint 10. Really excited about this. We got the duo together. Love that. Yeah, really, really nice. So awesome to acquire those, the flagship cards from Cold Flare and Freeze Bolt. Speaking of Cold Flare, mint 9 on the Celebi EX. Yeah, I got a 9 tax in there somewhere, not really sure what knocked this card down. Is that a dent there? I feel like it is, yikes. Well, if that's a 9, then there we go. Yeah, right by the N in Pokemon. If that's a 9 there, then all right. But certainly won't be resubmitting that card because that's probably a more generous grade than I would have given that card. Oh, nice. It's legend cards together. Love to see it. At least these cards are in the same grade. Kind of disappointing that they both got a 9, but we do have the Kyogre and Groudon legend. So yeah, pretty happy about that. These cards are awesome. The artwork, again, I mentioned the artwork on these legend cards is next level. It's so good, it's so cool. It's just I wish there was a way to display it better. Did get another 10 on a legend card, the Raikou and Suicune top. So that's nice. Here's the bottom half of the Rayquaza and Deoxys, mint 9 on that. I think the Rayquaza and Deoxys also graded the same as 9. So at least that's a little consolation, you know, if they're not grading 10s, at least they're grading the same grade and they're grading 9s. So that's, you know, that's pretty good. Next up, really excited about this, the Plasma Battle gift set Darkrai Full Art Gem Mint 10. These cards are pretty challenging to come by. Promos or not necessarily promos, kind of like it's part of its own set, as you can see down with the numbering there. But yeah, the Plasma Battle gift set, you got a Darkrai and you got a Giratina Full Art. Thankfully, this Darkrai Full Art came back with the Gem Mint 10. Again, the texture on this card is just next level. Love it. Yeah, pretty interesting to see. I think this might be one of the only, and I'm probably wrong on this, I'm not too much of a black-white scholar, but I might be the only textured non-EX full art. I know in Japanese the earlier full arts were textured. In English they were not textured, but in English that card did end up being textured and not an EX full art, so that's kind of interesting. Keldeo EX Gem Mint 10, really excited about this one. Another one that knocks off an important part of the collection. Yeah, going after all those EX full art cards set based in PSA 10. So definitely needed this Keldeo. This was, yeah, one that I did not have. Again, texture, insanity. You really cannot, like, you have to, my light here does a great job of showing off the texture, which I'm very thankful for. But so many of these cards, you really just have to see them in person. You know, when you see a scan of it and it looks like this, you know, looks flat, looks kind of boring, it really does not do the card justice. Next up, PokeRemixEx from Hail Blizzard Gem Mint 10, another awesome card. Really happy about this. Yeah, we are just cracking through the black and white era. I made a ton of progress on my collection goals in this submission, which is amazing. You just love to see it. Every time those submissions come back and you can cross off cards from your collection that you didn't have to buy fully graded. So, all right, moving on to the next box here. All right, first card here is just fantastic. Check that out. Gem Mint 10, Primal Kyogre EX, Tidal Storm. I love these cards. I think this might be the first XY era card, so they've jumbled it up, but we're still hitting the XY era first here. Yeah, just incredible. I remember when these cards were first leaked, I went nuts. I thought they were the greatest thing ever. I still think they're the greatest thing ever. This might be my third PSA 10 of this card. And you better bet I'm not selling it because these cards were so hard to pull back in the day. I remember when those Primal Kyogre and Groudon and Rayquaza cards were like $60 to $80 cards straight off the bat. And in 2014, that was really expensive. Next up, Sylveon EX Pokecune Collection. This is such a cute card. Just look at that Eevee in the background. I actually pulled this myself when I opened a box of Pokecune. I think I've sold all the other cards that I pulled in that box. It's on the channel. I think if I remember, I'll link it in the iCards if you want to go watch opening what's probably now like a $2,500 box, which is nuts. But pulled this Sylveon and just got around to grading it once I realized that it's like a $100 card, ungraded. So there we go. We got the Gem Mint 10 on the Sylveon. Very nice. Again, such a cute card. Getting into some more special arts here. Really excited about this. Gem Mint 10 on the Celebi V from the Jet Black Spirit promo. You bought a box, you got a Celebi. And yeah, this, or maybe it was buy 2 boxes or something, I don't know. But yeah, this Celebi, incredible T0 artwork, one of the best special arts. I love it. I sent off a few in this submission. They're fairly cheap now in 10s. I wouldn't even buy the raw card. I'd just buy the 10 because I think the 10's like 120 bucks or something. It's certainly under 150. So, you know, why take the risk? Why waste the time? Just buy it in a 10 already. It is amazing artwork. You know, there's a ton in 10s, but it's, speaking of, this I think is the best special art that's been printed. Galarian Moltres V, I sent off a lot of these cards in this submission, and here's the first one, graded a Gem Mint 10. Really, really nice. Again, I just love this card. One of my favorite modern cards. I bought a lot of them on release. Which with modern special arts is like what you have to do, that somehow the release day prices are like the lowest now, which is nuts. But there we go, special art Galarian Moltres V. Again, the texture on this is just mind-blowingly good. Love this card, so amazing. Mint 9 on the Legend Perfect set Raikou, so that's the last card from the Legend Perfect set. You know, crazy how everything is jumbled up these days with PSA. But if it takes them, 2 months to grade my cards and they send them back in the wrong order, I don't really care. All right, another Galarian Moltres 10. I sent off 4 of them actually, so there's 2 more waiting in the wings somewhere. Yeah, again, just beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is going to be another one of like the Primal Kyogres where I just hoard a bunch of copies because I can't bring myself to sell them. Here's a card I'm really excited about, Plasmagale Articuno EX Full Art. Jumping back into the black and white era here with this amazing card. Really, I think it fits the plasma aesthetic so well. Cards like the Lugia EX, they all kind of blend together, and it blends together as well here with the Articuno. But I think with Articuno being blue and the card being blue, it just gives it this really nice aesthetic and vibe. So yeah, great to acquire it in a 10. Again, this adds to the EX Full Art collection. Did not have this card previously, so we're just continuing to tick the boxes there, which is what I love to see. Next up, really happy about this one. I am a big Salamence fan. I've been looking for this card for a while. The Hyper Rare Salamence from Champion Road. Really, really nice. The Japanese texture on Hyper Rares is really good. English Hyper Rares, not a fan. But Japanese, very, very nice. Love it. You can just catch some of it there. It is fantastic. And this Salamence art is one of the better Sun and Moon full arts, in my opinion. They're never really all that good. But I do like this. I do like the Salamence. So happy to grab the sort of big Salamence card in a 10. Next up, we got Wild Blaze Charizard EX Full Art. This is actually the unlimited edition, which is very, very rare. Very hard to find. Mint 9. This is likely due to centering, as you can see. We can see it better on the bottom. But the left border much larger than the right border there. I was expecting a 9 on this card due to centering. That's why I put it in with the $18 bulk tier. So happy with that. I'm not going after all the XY full arts currently, but I saw this Charizard unlimited for cheap, and I was like, you know what, even with that centering, gotta pick it up and have to grade it. Another black-white full art card to add to the collection, Shaman EX from Psycho Drive. Really, really cool. I love these black-white full art cards. They're so unique, they're so special. They really have not been able to capture the excitement of the full art, the regular full art cards, not the special arts. I think special arts have really, they're the new full arts, so to speak. They're hard to pull, rare, amazing when you get one. But, it's just kind of like, I could rant for ages about, rarity inflation, so to speak, where just cards become harder and harder and harder to pull, and they print more and more and more product, and it's just, pretty challenging. You just have to buy on the secondary market, Another Galarian Moltres 10. Just got to keep them coming. Love it. Sorry for the cut there. Just moving on. Next card here is this Reshiram. I am super excited about this card. This was another one I got upcharged on up to the $30 tier, but yeah, this is incredible. Another shiny collection, mind-blowing card. Not an EX, so it technically doesn't add to my EX full art goal, but this is just beautiful. I was surprised this card got a 10 because there is, I don't even know where to, kind of hard to spot, but I did remember that there was some wear on this card, which was a little interesting to see it grade the 10, but again, that's how things roll. Some cards grade higher than you expected, some cards grade lower. Yeah. So next up, we got Dialga EX Megalo Cannon, first edition, just awesome. PSA 10, just love it. This is another one that adds to my collection. Really, really happy. Next up, another Celebi PSA 10. You've seen him before, we'll see him. I actually think that's the final one, as also the final Galarian Moltres V. So pretty nice about that. We got 3 for 3 on the 10s for the 3 for 3 for the 10s on the Celebi, and 4 for 4 on the 10s for the Moltres, which is just incredible. Oh, there's another one. Whoops! This must have been the second, third. I don't know. I thought we were 3 in. Okay, so there we go. There's the last Celebi. Next up, really excited about this one. Mega Rayquaza EX Gem Mint 10. This is another unlimited edition card, which is fantastic. So unlimited edition Emerald Break, similarly very rare. Not as rare as unlimited Wild Blaze, I would say, but still a very, very difficult run to come by. I think I have 2 first edition Mega Rayquaza Full Art 10s, and this is the first unlimited, so really nice to acquire that. Next up, we got another Darkrai Full Art PSA 10. Really, really happy with that. And we got the Venusaur Mint 9. Kind of disappointed in this, was hoping for a 10. But every now and then on these Japanese cards, you just get a 9 thrown in there. All right, so now we have the last box here. And there's some kind of bubble wrap here. Move through that. But next card, the Rapid Strike Master Empoleon Special Art. Incredible. Wow. Really, really nice. Love that. Fantastic artwork. Incredible stuff. Beautiful. Another full art, another 10 Dragonite EX from Rising Fist. Beautiful stuff there. Really happy with this. Again, I don't necessarily collect the XY full arts. I do love them, but I'm not set on, you know, an XY full art collection just yet. And I don't think I'll probably be pursuing that for a while, but do have a Gem Mint 10 on this ultra rare Gengar from Phantom Gate. Really, really crazy. Yeah, just love this card. I think I have another one off in another submission somewhere. But Mint 9 on the Darkrai EX from Dark Rush, first edition. I don't think there ever was an unlimited print run. But yes, we got 2 10s on the Darkrai and 1 9, so that's pretty much fine. Next up, we got Virizion from Megalocannon Mint 9. I've tried many times on this Virizion, and I still have not acquired a 10, which is a little annoying, but that's just how things roll sometimes. Another Mint 9 Legend, as I mentioned, these not grading as highly as I was expecting, but still awesome to get these cards graded. Here's a very exciting card, Groudon EX Gaia Volcano Gem Mint 10. Really, really cool. This, I have the regular Japanese Kyogre, the Primal Kyogre. I have the Primal Groudon Full Art. I have the Rayquaza and Mega Rayquaza, but I have never had a regular Groudon from the XY5, kind of the XY era in a 10 until now. So really excited about that. All right, and the last couple cards here, Giratina EX from Dragon Blast, PSA 8. Kind of like, you know, whatever on this. I don't know why it got an 8, but we got a 10 earlier in the submission, so I don't really mind. And last but not least, Palkia and Dialga Legend Clash at the Summit PSA 10. Really, really nice. So there we go. That is going to do it for this submission. Really excited. A ton of awesome cards. You know, the Legendera not really grading as well as I expected, but that's a minor gripe compared to all of the amazing, awesome grades that I got, all the amazing collection progress I made. Yeah, so this order, fantastic. Really, really excited to finally get it back. Or, well, not finally, it really did not take that long. But there we go, a ton of awesome cards. Thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more videos.